Hello and welcome to our live session of India TV News. I am Varun Malik and Rupesh is alongside me. Today is a big day. India versus New Zealand semi-final of World Cup 2023 at the iconic Wankhede Stadium where 12 years ago MS Dhoni's India lifted the trophy, and today they have a bogey team, New Zealand, playing against them at this very venue. So we are gonna discuss about this match a lot, and I have Rupesh with me for this. Let's straight away beat into this and dissect the game. So Rupesh, India is playing against New Zealand once again. This is a rematch of 2019 semi-final. So how big this match do you see for India?
Uh, Given the fact that we haven't been able to win an ICC title since 2013, the last time we won was the ICC Champions Trophy back in 2013 under the leadership of MS Dhoni.
Yeah.
So obviously India, there is a drought of ICC titles. We haven't been able to, win an ICC title in the last decade or so.
Yeah.
So definitely it's going to be a massive occasion,
Yeah.
and something that all the Indian cricket fans are certainly looking forward to.
Very true, very true. And to face a team like New Zealand here, which has got the better of us on numerous occasions, not once, twice, but thrice, they have broken the hearts of over 100 crore Indians. In 2000, they defeated us in the final of Champions Trophy. In 2019, in the semi-final, and in the WTC 2 years back. So how do you see this Indian team? Can they finally break that jinx now?
So given the kind of form that this current Indian team is going through, I think they can certainly break the jinx. As far as the fact that we haven't been able to break New Zealand's jinx in ICC tournaments is concerned, I think predominantly the reason is that New Zealand have always punched above their weight when it comes to ICC events, and I think they have played a better brand of cricket when it comes to competing in ICC knockout matches. As you correctly pointed out, we lost to them during the ICC Champions Trophy knockout tournament back in 2000 under the leadership of Saurav Ganguly, and I think Stephen Fleming was leading New Zealand. Then we lost the 2019 World Cup semi-final, and I still remember the look of despair on MS Dhoni's face after he was dismissed by Martin Guptill. Like he got himself run out, and like the game was still in balance as long as MS Dhoni was there, and it could have gone either way, but unfortunately I think for India it did not go India's way. And I think it also goes on to show that New Zealand, they know how to perform under pressure, and they know how to perform when there is a lot at stake, is what I personally feel. So there is absolutely no doubt whatsoever that it's going to be a cracking contest. And given the fact that in the Indian team, this particular Indian team under the leadership of Rohit Sharma has been playing a totally different brand of cricket as far as this tournament is concerned, that's why I think they will be heading as favorites into the semi-finals tomorrow.
Yeah, very true. And I really want to see the Indian team coming out on top this time. They haven't been able to come on top on 3 occasions. It's 3-0 in favor of New Zealand, talking about ICC knockouts. But I hope this one turns around, and this Indian team, I do feel, have it in them that they can turn around this time. So let's discuss about the journey of these two teams now. Let's discuss this. India on a 9-win streak, red hot form, and are going all guns blazing. One thing is you defeat an opponent. The other thing is you trash an opponent. So they have done more that, if I could use that word, they have done more that in these games. On the other side, New Zealand have been hot and cold, I think. So how do you see the journey of these two teams now?
So in particular, India, as you rightly pointed out, they are looking in some serious form at the moment. It all started off with the game against Australia at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. like chasing a mediocre total of 200 odd underlights. We were under immense amount of pressure after losing the first 3 polls, I think inside the first 10 overs.
Correct.
And the game was like going away from us.
Yeah.
But I think credit goes to the way Virat Kohli and KL Rahul, they steadied the ship and dug in when it was required the most, and saw India through. So from that game to the last game that India played during the round robin stage, and they just hammered Netherlands.
Yeah.
I think they beat Netherlands by 160 runs,
Correct.
if I'm not mistaken.
Exact
160 runs. So I think they have been fairly clinical as far as the men in blue are concerned, and I think the thing which gives me more pleasure as an Indian cricket fan is the fact that India have played at across venues. Okay, they have not played like 2 games consecutively on the same venue. So I think they are battle hardened as far as I am concerned, and they have proved across different venues that they are the team to beat. And I think that's the reason why they hold the edge as far as the semi-final is concerned. As far as New Zealand are concerned, I think they started off the this particular tournament on the best note possible, because they defeated the defending champions in the curtain raiser at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. And I don't think they could have asked for a better
start.
Better start, obviously. But then I feel that they lost their track somewhere in between, and losses to teams like Pakistan, and they also lost to India at Dharamshala. I think they that in particular dented their winning momentum and also their morale to a certain extent. But I think towards the later stages of the tournament, they managed to pull it back to a certain extent. And what I feel is going to boost their morale to a massive extent is the fact that Kane Williamson, finally he looks fit and fine, and he is raring to go. So when someone who is a veteran like Kane Williamson, when he is coming back into your playing 11, and that too in a crunch game like semi-final, World Cup semi-final, I think that lifts the team up to a massive extent, and hence I think Kane Williamson's inclusion will play a massive role as far as New Zealand are concerned in this particular semi-final.
Yeah, very true, very true. They possess some brilliant quality of players. We know that, and Kane Williamson's captaincy certainly can make a difference. What he brings to the table. We saw in 2019 World Cup semi-final also just how he pushed the over of the 6th bowler. He did not give him the over. I think it was Nisham, if I'm not wrong. He kept pushing it so that the equation goes probably out of India's hands, and MS Dhoni was finally he got out. That was the only thing they needed after Jadeja's wicket. So Kane Williamson knows how to deal with such situations. His captaincy, I think, can be crucial again. And we also have a great leader with us, Rohit Sharma, who is leading by example. So we hope he continues the way, and there could be fireworks in the Indian country today when India wins. So we hope that trend continues. So we were talking about Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma has been leading by an example. The way he bats at the top of the order, the way Indian team scores targets in first innings, and also when they are chasing. How do you see Rohit Sharma's role in India's 9 matches so far?
So to be really honest with you, I think Rohit Sharma is kind of the leadership figure that India wanted in this particular tournament. And as you rightly pointed out, he has been leading by example thus far. 9 consecutive wins is not something that you can pull off, and that too in a high pressure tournament like an ODI World Cup. So I think credit goes to Rohit Sharma a lot, and I particularly feel that there has been a slight change in his batting approach, and I think that is a conscious effort on Rohit Sharma's part. He has been batting like an aggressor early on, and he has been targeting the opposition bowlers in the power play in particular, and setting the tone up front for the men in blue. And that has not only helped Rohit Sharma, but I think it has more so help the batters that follow Rohit Sharma in the batting
Correct.
order, because it allows people like Virat Kohli, people like Shreyas Iyer,
yeah.
KL Rahul, who are known to rotate a lot of strike in the middle overs. So
Yeah.
they can buy a lot of time. They can they can give themselves a lot of time while batting during the middle overs.
Yeah.
They can rotate the strike and can also put the bad balls away to the boundary as and when they get one. So I think Rohit Sharma as a leader has been immensely spectacular, and also his field placements, the way he has rotated his bowlers, and I think that has also put a lot of pressure on the opposition batters, because if I remember correctly, I think India got bowled out for 220 odd against England.
Exactly.
While playing in Lucknow, batting first, and I think it was one of the games wherein there was a lot of pressure on the Indian team, because they did not have a sizable total to defend, in particular the Indian bowlers. So I think the way Rohit Sharma led the troops in the field during England's run chase in that particular game, and also the way he gave confidence to someone like Mohammad Shami. Because Shami did not play a lot of games early on in the tournament, because Siraj and Bumrah were doing the job for us, and also Shardul Thakur, we wanted to give Shardul Thakur a go and wanted to see how he performs. So I think Mohammad Shami, the way he the way he has been backed by the entire team management, and also by Rohit Sharma in particular, because if you as a bowler know that you have got the backing of the captain, I think it boosts your morale to a different degree altogether, and Mohammad Shami is someone who has been reaping the rewards of the same. So in some totality, Rohit Sharma, I think I will rather run out of adjectives to praise Rohit Sharma. To a certain extent, he has been really spectacular, and the Indian cricket fans will be hoping that the hitman continues the way he performs in high pressure situations, and hopefully a lot of fireworks to see at Wankhede.
Yeah, very true, very true. And I would like to bring in another point here. As you were saying that India bagged Mohammad Shami, and you rightly mentioned it very correct. The Indian team has done it very well, and India have also bagged Mohammad Siraj very well also. Like you see, Siraj was in top form at the Asia Cup final, where he was completely blew away Sri Lanka. But in the initial matches of World Cup 2023, he wasn't in that form. He wasn't taking those wickets in the power play, which he's known for, which he has to do. But the Indian team kept backing him, and they also did it when Mohammad Shami came into the side. They did not give Mohammad Shami the new ball. They kept giving Mohammad Siraj the new ball, and that reward came out when India faced Sri Lanka. Mohammad Siraj in power play, I don't know what happens to him when he sees Sri Lanka nowadays. He was blowing away the Lankans again. 7 overs, 3 wickets, 16 runs. And he completely set the tone in that defense. And credit to Rohit Sharma, Indian team management, as we are pointing out, that they bagged Mohammad Siraj too, which completely turned around him in this tournament. And these famous 3 bowlers are creating havoc on the opposition lineup. So let's now bring here the players, Indian players, who you think gonna be key, who can win this game for us. If I ask you 5 names, 11, we know 11 are playing spectacular cricket, but if you have to choose 5 who can make us win this one, so who would be them?
It's, as you rightly pointed out, it's extremely difficult, because all the 11 players of this particular lot, they have been playing some stupendous cricket at the moment. But if I were to pick 5, I think I would go with Rohit Sharma, just because of the kind of tone that he sets up front for the Indian team. So I think him getting a big score against New Zealand in such a crunch game, I think that holds the key. So Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, because Virat Kohli has been doing it for the Men in Blue for more than a decade now. So Virat Kohli is going to be the key. We know that he has not done a lot in the last 3 ODI World Cup semi-finals. So I think he would like to set that record straight this time around. And also, I mean, all of us are looking forward to his 50th ODI century. So hopefully that happens today.
Yeah.
So Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah, again, he's someone who is known to provide India a lot of breakthroughs early on. So I think Jasprit Bumrah is going to be the key bowler. Shami in particular, because Shami, I think he is going through some red hot form as far as bowling is concerned in this particular tournament. Has not played a lot of games. As I mentioned earlier, he was not a part of the playing 11 early on, but since he has come back into the playing 11, he has made a lot of impact. And I see Mohammad Shami creating a lot of impact in the semis as well. One more player, I think that's going to be KL Rahul. Because I think KL Rahul is that player who can anchor the innings really well in the middle order, and he can also accelerate as and when it's required. Because we saw how he anchored the innings alongside Virat Kohli against Australia when all the odds were against India in that crucial opening encounter. And we saw a totally different side to KL Rahul in the last game against Netherlands.
Yeah.
When India were eyeing a total in excess of 400, and they wanted to make a statement, right? Because you are facing Netherlands. Netherlands, with all due respect to Netherlands, I think the kind of cricket that they played in this tournament, kudos to them. But again, if we are to compare Netherlands and this current Indian setup on paper, I think India had the edge. And India, I think, needed to make that statement ahead of the semi-finals. And KL Rahul, he smashed the fastest ODI World Cup century by an Indian, beating the record of Rohit Sharma. So I think he has got that game, and he can change gears swiftly. So I think in that case, KL Rahul is also someone who will hold the aces as far as the semi-final encounter is concerned.
Okay, so 2 batters, a wicket keeper, 2 pace bowlers. We have a complete package in here. And if I have to ask you 5 players from New Zealand side who India should be wary of.
5 players from New Zealand side. Again, New Zealand are a talented bunch, and that's the reason why they find themselves in the semi-final. Kane Williamson, for me, he is right up there, because I like, given the fact that he has not played a lot of cricket in this particular tournament, but still someone who has tons of experience. I think experience plays a very crucial role when you are competing in a very high profile match like a semi-final, World Cup semi-final. He is someone who has that experience, and I think that's going to be the key for New Zealand in this particular encounter. Trent Bolt, I think I can't talk enough about Trent Bolt. We know what Trent Bolt is capable of. Recently, we saw that he has developed this knuckleball, and he is using it to perfection in this particular tournament. He has been playing a lot of T20 cricket, like franchisee tournaments lately. He's not a contractually bound New Zealand cricketer anymore, so he does not have that pressure either. So pressure to perform under crunch situation. He is someone who is currently enjoying his cricket a lot. So yeah, Trent Bolt is there. Lockie Ferguson, because of the sheer pace that he brings to the table, he is someone who can rattle opposition batters with his brute pace. Again, Wankhede is a venue where the ground dimensions are not that big. The square boundaries are also not that big. But again, if Lockie Ferguson gets that bouncer right, he can induce that top edge. So I think Lockie Ferguson with his pace is someone who can rattle the Indian batters. Mitchell Santner, someone who flies under the radar, very underrated. I hardly get to hear about Mitchell Santner. He hardly makes bold enough news headlines. Okay, so he's never in the limelight. He's someone, as I said, flies under the radar, but he's someone who's very effective. In the last few years, I think he has consistently played the role of that bowling all-rounder to perfection, and he delivers whenever it is required from him. So yeah, Santner will be there. And my last pick that India should be wary of is Rachin Ravindra.
Okay.
Purely because of the blazing run he has displayed in this tournament. He is also one of those contenders who can break Sachin Tendulkar's record of scoring the most runs in a single edition of ODI World Cup. I personally would either of Virat Kohli or Sachin Ravindra or even Quinton de Kock. I think they have played really well in this ongoing tournament. So all three of them, they deserve to go past Sachin Tendulkar. Only time will tell who manages to do it. But yeah, Sachin Ravindra, just because of his form in this particular tournament, I think he has impressed everyone. I came across the fact that Harshal Gibbs was talking very highly of him. So yeah, I think the Indian bowlers have to get it absolutely right when they are bowling to someone like Sachin Ravindra.
Okay. So these 5 players, Indian team would have to be wary of when they are playing. So I hope that the Indian players will see the back of these batters and will smash the bowlers for sixes and play them sensibly too. So we hope we do see that. Okay, so this match is being played at the iconic Wankhede Stadium.
Right.
India and New Zealand are taking on each other at this venue, and we have seen several high-scoring affairs here. Many teams have gone past 300 here. South Africa played here. India also played here. South Africa played 2 games. India played 1 against Sri Lanka. We saw close to 400 runs coming at the venue. South Africa went all guns blazing. India scored 357 runs.
Right.
So how do you see this venue? Are many runs coming today in this game?
I think the toss is going to play a very crucial role, to be really honest with you, because the team winning the toss, I don't see them having even an iota of a hesitation in batting first, because you want runs on board when you're playing a knockout game, especially when it's an ICC knockout game. Having runs on board, it gives you a totally different kind of luxury altogether, because I think that puts a lot of pressure on the team chasing. Because you are always living under that scoreboard pressure, right? Chasing under lights at Wankhede has proved extremely difficult. As you rightly pointed out, South Africa played 2 games here. Wankhede in particular has hosted 4 games, in this particular tournament so far. This semi-final will be the 5th game. And teams batting first, we have seen that they have had the edge over the teams chasing under lights. And I think the breeze that comes through the Arabian Sea also under lights makes it extremely difficult for the batters. So I do not have any doubt whatsoever that the team winning the toss will be batting first. And as you rightly pointed out, the teams that have been batting first, they have been posting gigantic totals. South Africa did it twice. India, when they played against Sri Lanka, they also posted in excess of 350, as you rightly pointed out. Then the 4th game that was played between Afghanistan and Australia. Afghanistan batted well. Ibrahim Zadran, again, he became, I think, the first Afghanistan batter to score a World Cup century.
Correct.
And credited a lot of his success to Sachin Tendulkar. So we also saw that Zadran, when he got his eye in that particular game, he went on to score a big one, and I think he remained unbeaten, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Again, a quality side like Australia, when they were chasing against the Afghanistan seamers, I thoroughly remember that Afghanistan decided not to play Fazal Haq Farooqi in that particular game. I think something which went against them. In hindsight, it's easier to tell, obviously. But even when they were competing, I was feeling that they could have gone in with someone like Fazal Haq Farooqi and rested Noor Ahmed. Because we know that being a spinner and bowling at a deck on Wankhede is extremely difficult because of the boundary dimensions that come into play. Even miss hits, they tend to go into the stands. Okay, I remember Naveen ul Haq, he bowled an in-swinger, and Mitchell Marsh, he top edged it. He was trying to play a flick, and it flew over third for a maximum. So of Afghanistan, obviously they had Australia under a lot of pressure. They reduced Australia to 91 for 7 under lights, and then we saw what Maxwell did. So I think chasing at Wankhede is not easy at all. I think Australia recorded the highest ever ODI chase at Wankhede this time around. So that particular stat in itself tells us as viewers and cricket fans that if you are a team and you are being asked to chase at Wankhede, it becomes extremely difficult under lights. So I think that is going to play a very crucial role this time around as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crucial role. The toss is likely to play a crucial role, as you mentioned, and that was the only chase which has happened at Wankhede in this ODI World Cup. All the previous 3 matches have been won by teams batting first, which means South Africa and India.
Right.
So toss is gonna be crucial. But I wanna ask you here, but what if India are batting second? Because toss is a 50-50 thing. Either you bat first or you bowl, or you have to bowl. So what if India are playing second? What they need to be aware? Are we gonna see Rohit Sharma, the all guns blazing approach, or how can Team India then get away with this one?
I think if India, if India are forced to chase, and if they are in pursuit of a total, I think both the openers Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma should take their time initially, because we know what Trent Bolt and company are capable of. Trent Bolt again is someone who is very lethal with that new ball, brings the ball back into the right-handers and at sheer pace. So if you as a right-hander, if you miss that line, you are going to be an LBW candidate, or if you just miss the ball altogether, then it's going to cannon into your stumps. So I think they should be slightly conservative. I'm not calling for an entirely conservative approach, but just for an initial few overs, just to get a hang of the wicket and how much lateral movement there is available for the pacers. And then once they get their eyes in, I think they can then go hell for leather.
Yeah. That is one very crucial strategy which any team batting second should implement, because the bowlers and the lights can thread, as we have seen in the previous games too, and even Afghanistan did it. They had only 2 pace bowlers and they were absolutely all over on Australia. So we hope that any team batting second, and hopefully if India are batting second, they play with they play sensibly. And if New Zealand are batting second, we would not hope so. So the clash is a big one.
Right.
We all know we are just 2 steps short of what can be a third World Cup.
Right.
12 years we are waiting, and it's a dream for 140 crore Indians.
Right.
History might be behind New Zealand, but 140 crore people are behind these 11 Indians.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
So let's have some final words before we end this chat and go and watch this absolute hell of a game.
Right.
So your predictions, do you see India bringing the jinx this time?
Given the kind of form that they have displayed in this particular tournament, I do not have any doubts whatsoever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the kind of performers that we have seen across this tournament, they once again step up to the occasion and once again display the same kind of performance when it matters the most, because we know that one game here or there and you are out of the tournament. That's how harsh an ICC tournament gets at the latter stages.
Yeah.
Hopefully all goes in the right direction and India goes through to the final.
Yeah, so we hope that this New Zealand's winning streak in ICC knockouts break today. 3-0 in favor of them, but it should be 3-1, and this Indian team surely has it in them, and I think they can do it. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to our live session of India TV News. I am Varun Malik and Rupesh is alongside me. Today is a big day. India versus New Zealand semi-final of World Cup 2023 at the iconic Wankhede Stadium, where 12 years ago MS Dhoni's India lifted the trophy, and today they have a bogey team, New Zealand, playing against them at this very venue. So we are gonna discuss about this match a lot, and I have Rupesh with me for this. Let's straight away beat into this and dissect the game. So Rupesh, India is playing against New Zealand once again. This is a rematch of 2019 semi-final. So how big this match do you see for India?
Uh, Given the fact that we haven't been able to win an ICC title since 2013. The last time we won was the ICC Champions Trophy back in 2013 under the leadership of MS Dhoni.
Yeah.
So obviously India, there is a drought of